You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. I got to tell you, this weekend may be the game. It may be the game. If you're a Browns fan and you want to see a coaching change, this may be the game that the Browns need to lose. Okay? Because, one could argue it's the battle of the two coaches with the hottest seats now that Brian Callahan's been fired by the Titans, that is. So, it's two teams with not very good records. Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins, seat's hot. Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, we believe or we think his seat may be hot. We got a little something from Tony Grossi that says Stefanski's seat may actually be pretty hot right now. All right? If it's hotter than this person, then it's pretty damn hot. Let's start here. Kevin Stefanski at the press conference. This is from today, by the way, of him being asked about the fan outrage and everything that's on the radio, etc. on YouTube.
I know you don't listen to the media a lot, but outside noise, pressure on you, how do you deal with that?
I don't listen to it. It's probably the easiest way. I grew up in Philly. I was a longtime listener of 610 WIP, so I understand the media role, and I understand, that for our fans, that's an important part of our interest in this game. But I also know in my chair that I'm currently sitting in that you can't listen to that type of stuff.
And
Okay, so I'm not listening. That makes me think you might be listening. I'm just being honest. I'm not sure I'm completely. He knows. Kevin Stefanski knows. So right there, 1:00. The following game is in New England. The thing that would be concerning if I was a Browns fan about this Miami game is for the win-loss record that Miami has, they do score some points. All right? They do still score some points. They almost beat the Patriots. They've had a couple of close calls to extra wins this season. So I don't know. It's sort of the battle it's the battle of bullshit this weekend. It's the battle of bullshit. Get your tickets now. It's going to be interesting. So, Tony Grossi with Rizzo this morning.
Tony, whose seat is hotter right now, Kevin's or McDaniel's?
Well, I'll say Kevin's for this reason.
Wow.
The Browns bye week comes up in 2 weeks. The Dolphins bye week doesn't come up for like 5 or 6 weeks. And I know Tennessee didn't wait for the bye week to fire their coach, but that's usually when you do it if you can't stand what you're watching anymore. So for that reason, I did think he might be a little bit hotter with the bye week approaching.
So because of the bye week coming up, and to a point, he's right. Usually it is done around the bye week, although, the Titans was like, bleep it. But a lot of people also thought the Titans should have done it, was going to do it after getting beat 26-0 by the freaking Texans, who don't look like they're very good either. That's interesting that Stefanski's seat is hotter than McDaniel, because McDaniel was certainly hotter out of the gate. But Kevin Stefanski has sort of rapidly caught up, we think. Seriously, this doesn't make the situation any better. Joe Haden talking about where the Browns would be if they had Mike Tomlin, of course, Mike Tomlin kind of scorched Andrew Berry's ass the other day. Just coming right out and saying, I wouldn't have traded Joe Flacco. He's in the division. You traded him. I guess you're smarter than me. I don't think so. Again, I would clean house. If I'm getting rid of Stefanski, Andrew Berry's packing his bags too. It's a clean sweep. It's a clean, you're out of there action. And this is Joe Haden doing his best Emperor Palpatine.
If Coach Tomlin were coaching the Browns, they would not ever be in this situation. They would not be losing these games. He would keep them at least 500 every season because it's the voice, it's the leader, it's the man that's coming in that joint, and it's accountability. He's not going to let you give me no damn excuses of why you aren't executing on film. There's a job to be done. You're going to do it, and if you don't, he's going to get somebody else in there that's going to do the job. That the standard is the standard. So that.
Oh, we can just stop it right there. It's the leadership. It's the accountability. That's basically scorching Kevin Stefanski. I mean, just lighting him on fire. Somebody else noticed it too. Look at this. That's good. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Stefanski on Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I think like any young player, you're looking to make improvement from game to game in a ton of different areas. Obviously, first home game this time, so in front of our fans, so you're not on the silent count, those type of things. So operationally different than a road environment, but no different than any young player to just build on the things that you're doing well. And our job as coaches is identify some of the things that we can help them with, and but incremental improvements from our young players is what's most important.
All right, so that was him on Dylan Gabriel. Let's go. Shedeur Sanders asked a very direct question from a fan.
All right, we're about to ask you some questions. You want
It's Shiloh right there in the middle, dressed up like Shedeur.
to be in it?
Sure.
All right, you got 3 questions to ask Shedeur. It could be anything you want.
Do you think you should be starting?
All right, bro. You just want to cause controversy, I see.
I like that kid. That kid went straight for it, didn't he? I only get one question. Do you think you should be starting? Shiloh was like, oh shit. Let me get him out of. He might end up getting cut. Might not land on another team. Better not do that. Kevin Stefanski, and look, I haven't been as critical as a lot of people on Stefanski because of how he's viewed around the National Football League. Because he's going to get an offensive coordinator job at record speed, okay? There's been talk he might even get another head coaching job pretty quick, too. All right, just because of Cleveland circumstances kind of thing, right? The ownership circumstances around Cleveland, right? And getting rid of Baker Mayfield, all this kind of thing. But my issue was, and this is where I said, I've had enough of this guy. All right, I'm not even a Browns fan. I've got secondhand anger going on right now because you got a rookie and you sent him out there and he dropped back 58 times against the Steelers defense. Look, he shows 52 attempts. He was sacked 6 times. He dropped back to pass 58 times in his second start against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Your ass should be run off for that. You should be run off for that. I don't know. I cannot imagine. I mean, if I'm starting a rookie with his skill set, Quinshon Judkins is running the ball a minimum of 22 times. I think he carried it 12 times. He's getting a minimum of 10 to 12 more carries than he got. And ideally, I'd like to see him run the ball about 25 times. I think altogether they ran the ball 17 times. No, we're running the ball like 30 to 35 times in that game. We may run it we may be running it up against a brick wall. I get that. But that quarterback's not throwing over 30 times in that game. He's not dropping back over 30 times. As a rookie in Pittsburgh, that's not going to happen. And he's really going to be throwing to the running backs, the tight ends, and, again, Jerry Jeudy's not a number one. So they still got talent issues in Cleveland too. And this would show up if Shedeur was starting as well. It would. I mean, Jerry Jeudy would look great if he was still playing with Cortland Sutton. I mean, yeah. If he was playing with, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Jalen Watt, yeah. He'd look like a good number 2. He's not a number 1. Tell me what you think. Stefanski, he's aware that he's getting real. I think he's aware he's sort of, and you can sort of feel it in his demeanor. It's like, can we just call it a day so I can go get a mid-major college job? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.